Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right. I want to talk about this interview that Cardi B did with Joe Biden for a publication called Elle Magazine. No, and it don't stand for Latin or Latino. It's L-E, L-L-E. And it is a French publication, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not really a American like magazine, but for some reason they had Cardi B doing an interview with Joe Biden, and she asked those typical questions that you would usually ask Democrats about police brutality and all this kind of stuff. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris is extremely pro-blue. He's gave billions of dollars to hire extra police, and Kamala Harris is extremely team blue, for real. So to a certain degree they a match made in heaven, because they both really anti-black. And I got some heat for Kamala, because I'm a continue to expose her ass. I'm going to continue to expose her lying ass and the people that support her. And also, I got some ether for you black morons that be sitting up trying to tell people, oh, you should vote, and the lesser of two evil shit. I'm about to debunk that, and I'm about to ether you clowns. Straight up. That's coming later on today. But anyway, let me talk about this interview with Cardi B, getting back to her. And Cardi B was asking typical questions. And, you know, of course, the questions that they love to answer, the pandering questions, because we all know that Democrats have fucked over black people just as much as Republicans, if not more, except they pretend to support the community, which they really don't. Like I said, look at Bill Clinton's history. Look at Joe Biden's history. Joe Biden was pro segregation, which that would have been fine with me. He ain't no different from John McCain, who didn't want to acknowledge Martin Luther King's birthday as a national holiday in Arizona. You know, so, you know, it's no different. Like I said, the only argument you can make with Republicans versus Democrats, who's more racist? The Republicans being more than likely openly racist, or the Democrats being subliminally racist and try to hide they racism. Okay? Because like I said, I usually don't talk politics, but I'm going to talk politics this time for a little while. I'm going to talk some politics. I really am. But like I said, what I got out of the interview was basically a whole bunch of nothing. The typical, you know, the typical rigmarole BS that the Democrats always throw at us when it's election year. For real. The typical BS. Now, first of all, since when did Cardi B become the representative of black people? For real. I didn't know Cardi B was elected the voice of black people when she considers herself a Dominican. And since when did Cardi B become black? For real. This is a woman that has like disrespected black people. Now, before you come on here caping saying, well, she's married to Offset. So? What do that mean? How many races like black dick? What do that mean? For real. She just like, you know what I'm saying? She like that black D. What do that mean? I don't mean she for all black people. Man, could you stop with that shit, please? It's nerve-wracking. But for real, why her? Of all people. Who makes nothing but raunchy songs saying a whole bunch of that talks about prostitution, stripping, and just a whole bunch of nothing. Because she really don't be spitting no bars. She really don't. And then then I don't even want to talk about the other shit, with her admitting to drugging people and having them sexually assaulted. That magazine didn't do their due diligence, or they just overlooked it like most people did. Because I guarantee you, it was an uproar about Rick Ross talking in a song. He lost a Pepsi endorsement or something or a Reebok endorsement because he talked about slipping a girl a Mickey or something. The date rape drug. Talk about she didn't even know. Now, he just talked about that on the song, but yet Cardi B admitted to breaking the law. But it was no uproar. And it just goes to show you the double standard. But like I said before, since when did she represent Black America? Let alone Black women. And like I said, no disrespect to my Black Hispanics. I'm not talking about y'all in particularly, so don't be offended by what I'm about to say, but you know me, I gotta keep it real. I've had issues with these Afro Latinos like Cardi B, who play both sides of the fence. Her, the Fat Joes of the world, because Fat Joe, another one, all of a sudden now he hollering about he black. And that's a damn lie when he say all Hispanics are black. That's a damn lie. No, excuse me, that's a motherfucking lie. Okay? Like I said, when did Cardi B start saying she was a black woman? Because when that question would get ran across her, she'd be hollering about she Latin, she Hispanic, and all that kind of shit. Oh, my mama is this, instead of her just saying, hey, I'm black. She'd try to dance around that question. And like I said before, they could have got so many different people to do that interview. Why not Queen Latifah? Why not for real? There were so many people. Why not Angela Bassett? But Cardi B, of all people, Cardi B. For real, this is just shit you just can't make up. Out of all people, Cardi B. Who put out a song called for real. But it coincides with how people see black women for the most part, because I'm gonna talk about that too. Because a lot of times there's been this stigma, this unfair stigma that they have put on black women that pisses me off. And it ain't just been rappers, or should I say black men. No, they want you to think that. But it ain't just been us. Sometimes it has been black women themselves. Okay? But then for some reason Cardi B is supposed to be this representative of the black community. Like I said, since when? She barely, for real, she barely can speak she speak all that slanted English and shit. She got a New York mixed in, a New York accent mixed with a Hispanic accent. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't even understand what she be saying and shit. I'm just keeping it 100. But her, of all people, that says a lot about that magazine and how they see black people and black women. For them to pick her when there was so many other more qualified choices than Cardi B. For real. I'm just asking that question. Like I said, I don't give a damn about you Cardi B fans being mad. And I ain't worried about you caping ass Negroes coming on here neither. Ain't worried about y'all neither. Like I said before, at first I used to try to give Cardi B the benefit of the doubt, but then she would just say shit and just do shit that just would be like, okay. Then when her former roommates came out, people that knew her, and said, hey, I done caught Cardi B like talking shit about dark-skinned black people and shit, in particularly dark-skinned black women. So then she goes to try to align herself and become friends with this dark-skinned black girl. I forgot what her name is. I forgot. To cover up, the fact that she had issues and she talked shit about dark-skinned black women. Of course, she'd be like, I didn't say that. But they had several people that said, oh, yes, she did. But for them to try to make her the representative in the face of black people and black women, I think that's insulting when, like I said, she never really considered herself black. So this is the new thing now, just like they doing in Hollywood now, where for a lot of important, pivotal, historic roles, they're getting, blacks from across the pond to play roles like Fred Hampton and all that kind of stuff. Because like I said, a lot of people have an issue with Daniel Kaluuya playing Fred Hampton. Because a lot of people believe, well, damn, Lakeith Stanfield is American, black American. He should have played Fred Hampton. But they got him playing the dude that set Fred Hampton up. But yeah. So that's what they doing now. They gonna start getting people like Cardi B and Fat Joe to be the voice of black people now. People who didn't even really proclaim to be black till later. Like I said, Fat Joe just recently started trying to say he was black, but for years he was hollering about he wasn't black. He was Latin. So that's what I mean by them like trying to play both sides of the fence. When they around black people, then they want to be black. Then when they ain't around black people, they Latin. Then when they go on major media outlets, should I say the predominantly white media outlets, then they hollering about they Hispanics. But then when they go on BET, then they want to be black, or the Breakfast Club. And that's why, certain black people be feeling some kind of way about them. Now don't get me wrong, you got some that's like, hey, I'm black. Fuck what you talking about. I'm just keeping it 100. Anyway, this your boy Town Biz. I'm out.